Now, on the same weekend the Formula One world title is decided, there's another extreme motorsport taking place in South Africa. Only this one is at 2,000 feet above the ground. Just imagine trying to fly, say, at the speed of a Formula One car, but then doing a Tom Daley Olympic diving routine as you plummet to Earth. You might just get an inkling, Charlie's shaking his head just in disbelief,
no,
an inkling,
can't really imagine that.
No, into what aerobatic flying is like. So I went along to join the team at the West London Aero Club at White Waltham airfield near Maidenhead for a spin with a couple who are going for gold at the World Championships this coming week.
Like many couples, Mike and Emily get competitive when it comes to sport. But for them it's not badminton or tennis. Their battle takes place at 2,000 feet. They're competing against each other this weekend above South Africa at the World Championships of Aerobatic Flying. Think Formula One type machines hurtling towards Earth, performing Tom Daley-style dive routines.
There's an awful lot to think about, so you kind of need to think about the flying of the aeroplane and the technical requirements for that, but also putting the aircraft exactly where you want it, so taking account of the wind and what the judges want to see.
Is there a bit of a competitive edge then between who's
Well, I
going
think
to
there's a little bit, but at the end of the day, we're out there to get team medals and represent the country.
Well, Emily's now reached the performance zone, which is between 800 and 2,300 feet high. As you can see, she's now starting her routine of precision and accuracy. She's got 4 minutes to do it. It's a bit like the diving. Think of the diving at the Olympics. Oh my God.
Oh, it's under control.
What's happened? Where did the engine go?
This was just thankfully part of the routine.
A little bit like a combination of figure skating and diving over and over again because of the degrees of movement of the aeroplane.
Well, there's only one way to find out exactly the sort of G-forces they're going through up there, and that's to get in a plane, a two-seater with Alan Cassidy here, the most experienced aerobatic pilot in the country.
And we were off into the blue skies above Maidenhead and Henley-on-Thames. Not that we had much time to admire the scenery, as you experience an assault on your senses that you can't really prepare for until it turns you upside down and inside out.
As a sport, aerobatic flying is probably the most physical and demanding of all the motorsports. We'd expect pilots to come down with plus 8 or 9 G on the G meter.
The G-forces can do odd things to your face. Mike here fights to keep his tongue in, while I was struggling to focus on the horizon, the town of Henley, which is the best way apparently to avoid intense motion sickness.
We become three-dimensional people instead of flat Earth, two-dimensional people. And we have to develop our mental capacity to be able to look in all these different places and work out exactly where the airplane is in relation to the audience. It's a bit like being on stage.
And you're making split-second judgments while diving to the ground at over 200 miles per hour.
And we're down. Although my stomach's still up there, I think. To do all that, you know, and yet control the movement, those precise movements at speed. With just this little stick. It is so sensitive, it's mind-blowing. I'm fascinated by the fact that Alan says he was aware of the audience on the ground, the judges on the ground, despite the forces that are on him, and he's doing such fine, precise little manoeuvres just with the stick.
And for you, on the trajectory of those moves, where was the worst point?
The worst bit was when you reached the top, and then the foot would come off the gas a little bit, and then you'd spin almost like a sycamore seed towards the ground, and you had no idea, because I'm not a three-dimensional person as yet. Maybe one day. Got aspirations to be. I'm very much 2D.
Well, you are 3D.
Well, whatever, yeah, well, going into it.
Very much enjoyed the face
G-forces,
pulling, by the way.
You can't do anything about it. Some people, their tongue comes out. Mine just went, that's some weird animal eyes. But
With your mouth
BBC Get
open.
Inspired website and the British Aerobatic Association website, if you want to get involved, see what it's about, have a look.
Is that one of your
And good
favourite
luck to the
ones?
Championship. Oh, definitely up
Yeah.
there. Up there, literally.
Thanks, Ryan.